studying your last two. I swim with tea when they turned in. The staring down to mute and can learn the pole that sunk he died.
Schedule 141 has been updated over time as the Canada Revenue Agency continues to improve its forms, reporting requirements, and electronic filing processes. Just like many other CRA forms, Schedule 141A is periodically revised to reflect changes in reporting standards, improve the quality of information collected, and make electronic processing more efficient. Because of these updates, tax preparers should always ensure they are using the most recent version of the form. Using an outdated version of Schedule 141 can create unnecessary problems. Older forms may contain questions that have been removed, may be missing new reporting requirements, or may not be compatible with current electronic filing systems. Professional tax software is regularly updated to include the latest CRA forms, helping tax preparers stay compliant with current filing requirements. The easiest way to ensure you're using the correct version is to rely on updated tax preparation software or download the latest forms directly from the Canada Revenue Agency. These sources reflect the current reporting requirements and incorporate any revisions made by the CRA. Although the layout and questions on Schedule 141 may change over time, its overall purpose remains the same. It continues to provide standardized information about the notes to the financial statements that accompany the corporation's financial reporting. The revisions simply improve how that information is collected and processed. As a tax preparer, it's a good practice to verify that your software and reference materials are current before beginning any corporate tax return. This helps avoid filing errors, reduces the chance of rejected electronic submissions, and ensures that the corporation complies with the latest CRA requirements. The key takeaway is that Schedule 141 is a living document that evolves as reporting requirements change. Always prepare the return using the most recent CRA version of the form. Rely on updated tax software, and follow the current filing instructions. Staying current with these updates helps ensure accurate reporting, smooth electronic filing, and full compliance with the CRA's corporate tax requirements. To complete the updated Schedule 141 correctly, it's important to follow a logical sequence that begins with accurate financial reporting. Schedule 141 should never be completed in isolation. Instead, it is based entirely on the corporation's financial statements and the accompanying notes to the financial statements. The first step is to prepare the corporation's financial statements. This includes the balance sheet and the income statement, prepared in accordance with the applicable accounting standards. These financial statements provide the foundation for all of the disclosures that will follow. Once the financial statements are complete, the next step is to prepare the notes to the financial statements. These notes contain important explanations that support the numbers presented in the financial statements. They may include accounting policies, significant estimates, commitments, contingencies, related party transactions, and other required disclosures. With the financial statement notes completed, you can then review the questions contained in Schedule 141. Before answering any question, take the time to understand exactly what the question is asking and determine whether the required information is contained within the financial statement notes. The next step is to answer each question carefully. Every response should be based on the corporation's actual financial statement disclosures, not on assumptions or guesses. If a disclosure exists in the notes, answer accordingly. If it does not apply to the corporation, respond appropriately based on the facts. After completing the checklist, Schedule 141 is filed together with the T2 corporate income tax return and the other required schedules. including Schedule 100 and Schedule 125. The entire return is then submitted electronically to the Canada Revenue Agency. A good practice is to perform a final review before filing. Confirm that the answers on Schedule 141 are consistent with the financial statements and their accompanying notes. This simple review helps prevent inconsistencies, reduces the likelihood of filing errors, and supports a smoother electronic submission. The key takeaway is that Schedule 141 should always reflect the corporation's actual financial statement disclosures. By preparing the financial statements first, completing the notes carefully, reviewing each checklist question, and verifying the answers before filing, you can ensure that Schedule 141 is accurate, complete, and fully compliant with the CRA's current reporting requirements. Completing Schedule 141 accurately requires more than simply answering a checklist. It requires careful preparation, attention to detail, and the use of current information. By following a few best practices, tax preparers can reduce errors, improve the quality of the return, and ensure compliance with the Canada Revenue Agency's reporting requirements. One of the most important practices is to always use the latest version of Schedule 141. The CRA periodically updates its forms and reporting requirements, so using an outdated version could result in missing new questions or failing to meet current filing standards. Updated professional tax software or the latest CRA publications help ensure that you're working with the correct version. Another essential practice is to carefully review the notes to the financial statements before completing the checklist. Schedule 141 is based on those notes, so every answer should reflect the actual disclosures prepared by the corporation. The schedule should never be completed from memory or assumptions. It's equally important to answer every applicable question completely and accurately. If a question applies to the corporation, it should be answered based on the information contained in the financial statement notes. Guessing or selecting answers without verifying the supporting disclosures can lead to inconsistencies and filing errors. Using updated tax preparation software is another valuable best practice. Modern software automatically incorporates the latest CRA forms, validation rules, and filing requirements. This helps identify potential issues before the return is submitted and reduces the risk of rejected electronic filings. Before filing the T2 return, always perform a final review. Compare the answers on Schedule 141 with the financial statements and the accompanying notes to confirm that everything is consistent and complete. This final verification step often catches small errors that might otherwise go unnoticed. There are also several common mistakes to avoid. Using outdated forms, relying on old software, guessing answers, overlooking important disclosures in the financial statement notes, or failing to perform a final review can all result in reporting errors and unnecessary delays during processing. The key takeaway is that accurate completion of Schedule 141 depends on good preparation and careful review. By using the latest CRA forms, relying on the corporation's actual financial statement notes, answering every applicable question accurately, using updated tax software, and verifying everything before filing, you can prepare a high-quality T2 return that is both accurate and fully compliant with current CRA requirements.